Did you ever think you'd be here as Pert Near Sandstone? You know, that's, 23 years ago now.
We would have picked a better name, Bill.
Yeah. And again, we, would have probably thought longer about the band name had we known we were going to be here 20 years later. So.
I mean, do you suppose, like, Goo Goo Dolls regret, naming themselves Goo Goo Dolls?
Yeah, they better.
Yeah. Hey, I'm Bill DeVille. You're watching Radio Heartland, and this is Pert Near Sandstone.
Whoosh.
2, 3, 4. We're gonna see the sunrise, you and me side by side. Not even gonna blink an eye. Today's the day we got it right. Every stumble, every fall, back up and standing tall, and I'll live for the day, always find another way. 10 down and 10 to go, and after that 10 more. It's a cold hard road to drive, through the storms we're still alive. Oh, we're gonna see the sunrise, you and me side by side. Not even gonna blink an eye. Today's the day we get it right. You're the reason I am not afraid to pull the thread. You're the flashlight chasing shadows from the wall. You're the arrow pointing to the open road ahead. You're the parachute that opens when I fall. We're gonna see the sunrise, you and me side by side. Not even gonna blink an eye. Today's the day we get it right. This one's for you and me, this world a mystery. And still we make it home, build it up stone by stone. Both through in different lands, yet here it is we stand. You're never on your own, hand in hand, now don't let go. No, we're gonna see the sunrise, you and me side by side. Not even gonna blink an eye. Today's the day we get it right. Oh, we're gonna see the sunrise, you and me side by side. Not even gonna blink an eye. Today's the day we get it right. Today's the day we get it right. Today's the day.
Hey, I'm Bill DeVille. You're watching The Current, and I'm here with Pert Near Sandstone. Why don't you guys introduce yourself?
Sure, I'm Justin Brune. I play bass with Pert Near Sandstone.
I'm J Lenz. I play guitar for Pert Near Sandstone.
Kevin Kniebel. I play the banjo.
I'm Nate Sipe. I play mandolin, fiddle, and lap steel.
And I'm Ryan Young, and I play fiddle.
How you doing there, Ryan?
I'm very good.
So, you go way back with the band, right? And then you were busy with this other project you have called Trampled by Turtles. But weren't you an original member? Was I told that once upon a time?
You probably were told that, and
Yeah.
it's true. Jay and Kevin and I started the band. What was this, back in 2003, I guess?
Yeah, many years ago.
And then other people have come and gone on bass, but now it's, Justin is... actually, no.
I came
Nate
2004.
Yep.
Yep.
And then we've had a few bass players. We're kind of like Spinal Tap with the drummers.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, new guy.
I'm waiting to
we haven't fired Justin yet.
He hasn't exploded yet,
haven't
apparently,
exploded.
either, huh?
Something's going to happen, though. We'll see.
Yeah. So here you are. This is your 9th album. which is now out, and the album is called Side by Side. What did you do differently, if anything, this time out?
Well, really not much different. We've been recording at Ryan's Neon Brown Studio for the last 3 or 4 records at least, maybe all of them. I don't even remember.
I've recorded all of your records except 2, I believe.
Yeah. And we kind of have this, we have 4 different songwriters in the group, so it's kind of in the studio putting a lot of things together. So every album, in a way, has its own kind of different approach depending on the song and the songwriter, and all of that kind of comes together as we record, it seems.
One thing I noticed about your song Side by Side, something I don't know that I've heard much of with you guys, is it has kind of a Celtic flair to it.
Yeah.
Is that true?
Yeah, very much. I mean, I was inspired for that song, particularly like kind of like an Irish pub jam. And then was excited to get Patrick Harrison up to play some accordion with it. He's so good. I mean, we're pretty eclectic. We're bluegrass, old time, but really we're Americana and folksy, and so we kind of reach into a lot of different categories when it comes to that.
Yeah. Well, you guys were talking about, you started out in basically 2003. Did you ever think you'd be here as Pert Near Sandstone? That's 23 years ago now.
Wow, yeah.
No,
We would have
definitely
picked a better name, Bill.
Yeah.
Well, I've interviewed you guys more than once, but I don't think I ever asked you, did the name come about when you're driving up to Duluth and there's the exit there? And
No.
somebody said Pert Near Sandstone, or where did it come from?
It originated
got
with
this.
Ryan.
Yeah. So I'm a big fan of Mike Watt, bass player for the Minutemen and Firehose.
Firehose, yeah.
And he used to have a thing where you could like type in a question and he would answer it. And we were looking for a name, and so I asked him like, what was a name that you didn't use for Firehose? And the only thing he wrote back was Pert Near. And I thought that was perfect because we play like old timey kind of music, and my grandpa used to say Pert Near all the time.
Mine too.
Take this road down here, take a left Pert Near the gas station or whatever. So I was like, hey, how about Pert Near? And they thought that was good. And then there was like a couple different words that we put after that. One of them I remember was Space Dock.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be Pert Near.
Space Dock.
I felt like it needed to be Pert Near something.
Yeah.
And then we're weird, and I thought, Pert Near Space Dock, like it's old timey and futuristic, because we didn't know what we were going to do, but we kind of ended up not settling for. We picked Sandstone because we used to hang out down at the river, Mississippi River, and Sandstone Bluffs, and it just kind of fit that spot. And again, we would have probably thought longer about the band name had we known we were going to be here 20 years later.
And these two were in
that's
like
the way
all
it
kinds
is.
of
Yeah,
bands.
once you have a name, you're kind of stuck with it.
We're the only ones with that band name, though. That's not not an issue.
Living in this history, we're doomed to repeat all of our troubles here, full and repeat. We're crying in the cradle, we're racing to the grave, never knowing truly is it pride or all we crave. Angry and lost, flailing and wild, bearing our souls, innocent child. They learn what is right and see how we've wronged, and it is peace for what we were long. We can't help but pass it in the water, in the wind. It travels in silence apart from the din. And can we see what's possible, what's true? Can we make it right? Can love push on through? Better seated in the back, we sit and we sit in all that we lack. So the star will explode and the dust to reform, but on this earth are we ever truly born? In the light of love, the virtue of one, we climb and we fall, we'll die it's time to go. Be thankful you witnessed a part of the show. But shame yourself deep when you're thinking of your time. You miss a chance to help, yeah, to really make it shine. Bright blue and cool, red's lush and green, blinding white light, inhale, it's all a dream.
So another thing about Pert Near Sandstone that's different than many bands is you guys seem like there's no leader. You're more of a collective. Is that true?
Absolutely.
Definitely. Yeah, that's been kind of the core ethos of our band for as long as we've been a band. Yeah, we're really just buddies that like hanging out and playing music together, and it's fortunate that people like to come out and see us do that.
Well, I think it lends well to our live show too. People love the sort of compatibility, the interchanging of lead singers, and just kind of the movement on stage, because we play around one or two mics as well. So then we're constantly moving around. It just keeps it fresh and it keeps us engaged, you know.
Keeps us entertained, you know.
That's
Such
it.
like the variety on our records, and you know we go into traditional realm, we go into more modern sounds. We like to mix it up just to keep ourselves interested.
I mean, Minneapolis has Minneapolis, St. Paul has such a great music community. And when we were first coming up, there was square dances, and there was music festivals, and we just always loved the community that built up around these events. And early on, we started putting shows on at bars where we'd ask friend bands to join us, and it was so fun producing events like that. We were just gosh, someday we got to start doing those kinds of things on a bigger scale. And we got into producing the Winter String Band Gathering and a couple of different festivals, that we've helped out with over the years, and of course Blue Ox Music Festival being one that we're still deeply involved in. And it's great to be able to bring people together, build community, and kind of have a place to just be.
Yeah. And it's been unbelievable to be a part of, to be able to go around the country and, take things from all the festivals we go to that we love and try and implement them and bring them to Blue Ox, as well as finding, artists around the country who people in this region may not know, and inviting them in. And, kind of like I say from stage when I'm emceeing, it's we get to bring our mixtape to the stage live for everybody. And it's become this amazing community where people, my favorite thing to hear is somebody driving out last year was yeah, the kids just asked from the back seat, when do we get to come back here?
Wow.
And that's awesome.
And that's the kids.
Yeah, that's the kids.
Yeah, we're all kids when we're at the Blue Ox
totally.
Festival.
And it's become
how you feeling about the lineup for this year's event?
yeah,
Pretty great.
Yeah,
Again.
Charlie Crockett.
Yeah.
Yes.
Marcus King.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the
Don
list goes on
Flemons.
and on. We got to give credit to our manager and the talent buyer, Mark Gehring, for really hustling and putting things together and making connections. He does a great job.
Yeah, Blue Ox is another example of a great collective that we're a part of to produce this event. So it's pretty phenomenal, how well the whole team works together, creating the lineup, producing all the elements that it takes to do a festival of that nature.
Yeah, excellent. Here's a question for you. Everybody's talking about AI, artificial intelligence. Mm-hmm. Does it have a place in roots music?
Man.
That's a tough question.
I think we're all generally pretty adverse to
absolutely.
AI as it's an influence on things.
Yeah, we get caught using it just for fun and then realizing, we shouldn't have done that. Nate spent an entire car ride trying to make an AI come up with a dirty limerick for him.
Unsuccessfully.
Yeah, it wouldn't do it.
It wouldn't do it.
I was wondering if it can make voices perfect, but can it make voices imperfect? Can you hear a breath coming from AI?
Right.
I think not necessarily.
Oh man, it's just, and the idea that it's just collecting everybody's songs and sounds to then regurgitate something that isn't made by anybody is, it really drives me crazy.
Art is deeply human, and so I just don't.
It's never going to be anything. I mean, it is something, and it's sort of taking control, but it's not human. It's
I like it. It's for the robots, and I'm for that.
Fair enough.
our next album, all AI,
yeah.
baby.
Next album, good idea.
All
We're gonna
AI
be so
all the
handsome. It sounds so
We
good.
did. Last time we toured Europe, we showed up. Jay was there a day ahead of time. We all piled into the van, and he we're good friends. We like to rib each other. He had a station on that nobody noticed at first, but as we're like 20 minutes into the ride, we're like, what is this garbage we're listening to? And it was all AI country.
Yeah,
and
like
we've been
AI
listening to it.
rockabilly country. It was
Yeah.
bizarre, and you know what? It was
quite
like
awful.
a Peugeot, and I didn't know how the radio worked in there, so I just had to leave it.
You just stuck with it.
Yeah,
He
pretty
didn't
much.
have to. He chose to.
What is it about string band music and bluegrass that makes it still viable in today's world?
I think
Thoughts?
there's an accessibility to it. It's just, like the down to earth nature of the lyrics and the approach to making the music and gathering to produce a sound.
You can have music without amplification too.
Yeah,
and play
if
it
power
in a
goes
corner.
out, we're still playing.
Yeah, which has lent itself well to certain situations.
Yeah, the power goes out.
Out in Colorado, there was a festival, a very memorable moment. The power went out in the whole tent. It's like midnight, and we're like, let's just go down. And we went down on the ground, and people went crazy, and they were all gathered around us. And at one point, this big dude, I was playing the bass, and he just picked me up. He was right behind me. It was like a total moment, and you couldn't do that with electric instruments,
Yeah, AI wouldn't do that.
Plus, it's something that everybody can do, no matter how old they are. You can think of yourself as an old person and still pick up a mandolin and learn how to play it, and play with your friends. Whereas, electronic music, or not necessarily rock and roll, because that's guitars and basses and stuff too. But so that's kind of in the same umbrella I'm talking about. But it's just something you can do.
Kind of like
regular
badminton.
Like curling.
Pickleball, there you go. So nice chatting with you all. It's Pert Near Sandstone, and they have a brand new album. They're 9th to date. Congratulations on the new work, gentlemen.
Thank you, Bill.
Thanks,
Thanks
Bill.
for all your support over the years, too, man.
My pleasure. The album is called Side by Side, and it's been a pleasure to have you here.
Thank you.
Take care.
1, 2. Been spinning around in circles for a sign to help me choose some northern star to guide me, or the phases of the moon. But in the quiet hours, nothing's mine around. I can feel it separate. All that might have been, if only then, it's more than I can take. We gotta keep on trying till the day we die, and believe it's not too late. And I know it hurts, and your heart could burst. That may be what it takes. There's no one here to save us. No one but ourselves. We just can't wait for answers from anybody else. And I know it won't be easy, but I believe it more and more. Gotta stop these games we're playing, change the way we're keeping score. But in the quiet hours, nothing's mine or ours. I can feel it separate. All it might have been, if only there been, it's more than I can take. We gotta keep on trying till the day we die and believe it's not too late. And I know it hurts and your heart could burst, that baby, what it takes. Quiet hours when nothing's mine around, I can feel it separate. All that might have been, if only then, it's more than I can take. We gotta keep on trying until the day we die and believe it's not too late. And I know it hurts, your heart can burst, that baby, what it takes. Yeah, I know we've got what it takes.
Please click like and subscribe, and go on over to thecurrent.org and check out all of our events.
That's how you want to do that? Yeah. There we go.